Brought to you by The Vault.
Hi, I'm Shy.
And I'm Kathy, and this is our Girlfriends Talk Show where each week we have fun and we spill the tea.
Or the wine. Be sure to find us wherever you listen to your podcast and follow us on social media.
So this episode of Girlfriends Talk Show is going to be devoted not maybe to the luckiest part of what dating life, I guess, but it's dedicated to missed love connections. Not missed love connections. Missed love connections.
Missed connections just in general.
Yeah,
not
true.
necessarily love.
That's right, because if you don't know somebody, you can't love them, right? So missed connections and bad dating stories. Anybody want to share? Evidently, there are a lot of people that want to share.
I'm sure everybody has a lot of these bad stories. But anyway, misconnections came up, and we started reading these whenever my daughter brought this to our attention. We had no idea what misconnections was. If you don't, go to Craigslist.
It's worth it.
Find misconnections. Just search misconnections. You can even search your area.
Can I put a warning out there, though, on Craigslist? Be real careful, like, which tab you click on.
No, just read it all. It's comical. So anyway, with misconnections, basically it
ends up in your search history, though, and then you have problems.
Say you're at a supermarket, right? You're single, you're whatever, you're walking through the supermarket, boom, you see somebody catches your eye. You kind of make eye contact, or maybe you don't. Anyway, if you feel like you've missed a possible love or just friend connection or hookup connection, whatever, then you turn to Craigslist missed connections in hopes that the other person will read
How many times
your post.
Have you walked to the grocery store, though, and been like,
connect.
ooh, that's a really good-looking guy picking up that pork tenderloin?
I might. There have been a few times I've been somewhere and I've seen somebody and been like, ooh.
At the grocery store?
No, I don't think at the grocery
At the
shop. 'Cause
Walmart?
you know I don't grocery shop.
At the Walmart? I just want to get out. So,
No.
okay, but whatever.
I don't
Evidently
shop.
it happens.
So you go to misconnections, you type in your experience. Hey, I was at the grocery store today. I saw you in these blue shorts and this red shirt. And
I was
my
at
goodness,
the Piggly Wiggly
you
about
were
4
hot.
p.m.
And
I should have been at work, but I wasn't
if
because
you're
I'm off
reading
on
this,
Thursdays.
You know who you are. Please contact me back. So that's how you connect, right? So we want to read to you today
Isn't
some
it
epic
like-
misconnections.
So if you're posting on Craigslist a misconnection, right? Isn't it like closing your eyes and like trying to shoot a target?
pretty much, I'm sure you get a lot of weirdo responses. Maybe we should try it.
No.
Kathy, I think we could
Wait,
debunk.
you want me to? What do you want me to do? You want me to post like a fake misconnection?
Well, no. Let's just try it. So we've got a big festival coming up here.
We do.
So
Because this is Louisiana, and we celebrate everything.
everything
Even seasons we don't really have, like winter.
from shrimp to crawfish to winter to just people. So I feel like during this festival we can find somebody that we don't know and describe them on misconnections and see if they respond. I think that's a great idea.
I have
That
somebody
way
in mind right now.
it'll gauge who really reads these misconnections around here.
All
So,
right. Ooh, that we can set somebody up. Is that what you mean?
well, we possibly. All right, so let's read. Let me give you an example of a few
That
misconnections.
we really could end up in quicksand. Like that could end up bad
really
quickly.
could. Okay, let's see here. Oh, this one's good. This one's real good here. This is titled.
Okay, so this is a real misconnection.
This is a real misconnection. I'm going to give you examples of misconnections. This is titled Check Stand Yelling About Candied Yams. Crazy lady.
check stand yelling about candied yams.
Yes.
Okay.
Crazy lady at the supermarket checkout stand yelling about candy yams. I was in line at the supermarket today, and you were a few checkout stands over screaming for someone to help you to find candied yams. I don't even know what the hell candy yams are, but I was definitely turned on. You and your 50s or 60s, crazy as a bat, and apparently really likes yams. You settled on fresh ones when you realized the store didn't carry them. I wanted to go pretend to look at the onions and stare at you while you picked out your choice yam, but I was too busy. Maybe we can get together sometime and candyfy them.
Ew.
I'll bring the sugar. That's a
Does-
good one.
Did he sign it somehow?
Let's see. It's not okay to contact this poster with posting ID. So they give you, I guess Craigslist gives you an ID number and you can email.
Oh.
I don't know. There's a way you can get in touch with this person.
So I'm just going to predict that that man's probably been divorced a couple of times.
Probably.
And he probably says that all of his ex-wives were crazy.
That's a good prediction.
Yeah.
You know what? I always see that. Yeah, I see that.
I could be a Craigslist psychologist.
Here's another one. You ready?
That would be fun.
I was wearing headphones and farted. That's the
What?
title. Yes. Now this happened away from here. I was on the metro. I'm assuming that's
Man,
like
we
a,
don't have one of those.
it's a public transportation. I was on the metro listening to music, earbuds in. I felt a little bit of pressure, and I tried to sneak out a little relief. So I farted.
Wow.
I couldn't hear it, but from the look on everyone's faces, it was a good one.
Ew.
You smiled and you held up a notebook like a scorecard with a 9.0 written on it. I was too shocked, well, really embarrassed to respond. You know who you are. Please contact me back.
Gross.
They connected over a fart.
Ew.
That's a match made in
Disgusting.
stinky
Oh.
heaven.
You know what? And then they're going to go on down their dating life, and he's going to continue that because evidently that's what turned her on initially, and she's going to get disgusted and walk out.
Probably not.
Yeah, she is.
Not everybody is a Kathy.
Yeah, they are.
This one could have possibly been me a few years ago. The title is Girl Peeing in the Woods. This could have been somebody trying to reach out to me. And I just missed my misconnection.
Probably.
Hey.
How about girl peeing in a cup in the car?
Hey, you. Oh, that would have been me too.
Yeah.
Hey, you. You were peeing in the woods by the West Side Goodwill last night.
What?
You want to go bowling sometime?
The crap.
Hit me up.
And then people want to know why their relationships fail.
Well,
I mean,
okay, you want one more? Let me give you one more.
No.
One more. This one's good. Prosthetic leg. Girl with a prosthetic leg. Now that's the title. I saw you in the beer garden during Ted Leo's set, talking and kissing the guy you were with.
oh.
He looked like a complete douchebag, but I could tell that you just met
but
him.
I'm not one.
I'm just on misconnections Craigslist right now.
Uh-huh.
But I could tell that you just met him, so I won't hold that against you. I lost track of you when your other friend arrived, but we certainly made eye contact a couple of times, and ever since then, I've been thinking of your legs wrapped around my head.
Oh.
I'm surely a better lover than that skinny, sweaty boy you were with. By the way, you're so sexy. Please hit me up and let's meet up.
Why is that called prosthetic leg?
I'm assuming she had one.
But how did he know?
Well, I don't know. But if the girl that's reading this knows who she is, I mean, he made it pretty.
Wow. I wonder what the success...
If I had the prosthetic leg and I was out with some dude kissing him, I would know who I am.
Well, I mean, in whatever set that was, that person. But, like, I wonder how much success these misconnections actually have.
You know what?
Is there a statistic there?
I knew you were going to ask that. There are actually success stories to this. So
No, they're not.
I pulled up a couple here. Now, this one
Is
here.
this like the Bachelor success story where like 99.9% of them end up breaking up?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's literally 2% that
I wonder
end up
how many
connecting.
people end up with an STI.
What's that?
Sexually transmitted infection. That's what it's referred to now.
Infection?
It's not a disease anymore. It's an infection.
All right. Well, okay. So this is a pretty...
Education, people.
This is a pretty good story of these two. They were on a train, and the Huffington Post did a big article
course they
about
were on
these
a
two.
train.
They were on a train because nothing's sexier than a train, right? So on a train,
I think there are some things that are sexier than a train.
the guy was, let's see, she says, I was staring at this guy. He was sleeping with his tongue hanging out of his mouth, and I just thought that it was really funny. He was doing this thing where he would sleep, and then if the train jostled him just a little bit, he would move a bit, and it was really funny. So that sleepy commuter she's talking about is Pat. So, much to her delight, she realized once the train pulled into the 30th Street station that she was equally taken with him in his awake state, too. Yes. He stands up, and I was like, Oh, no, wait. That guy is hot. So the two exchange a series of smiles as Carol, the guy, got off the bus. And Green, who's the girl, continued to go on to the next stop, but she never forgot about it. So what did she do? She went to Miss Connections. She told her about her little story, and she's like, hit me up, dude. I don't know your name, but we shared some smiles. He went home, went on Miss Connections, saw the post, they connected. There you go.
Are they married?
7 years later, they're still together.
Shut up.
Miss Connections.
Yeah, there's not a fart in that story, though.
No, but I'm sure there have been.
So, Shy, have you had any misconnections that you can share?
No,
Yeah, you have.
maybe. Let me think about those. I have to tread safely right now.
Why?
Well, I just do. So when we come back,
You can be ambiguous about the timing of your misconnection. I'm about to throw it way back to college. So,
are you?
oh yeah,
I can't wait for this
y'all.
story.
I have been married for 23 years. I dated my husband for 3 years before. That's 26 years. That's
can't
more than
believe
half
you
of my life.
Remember things before that. That's a long. I don't even remember things
Do you know me?
23 years ago.
Do you know me?
I know. She's one like, when I was 4, I used to wear my days of the week panties. Like, who remembers that? So when we come back,
I'd wear them now if I could.
we're going to catch up on your story, which this should be interesting. And maybe I'll be brave enough to tell mine. So
That's right.
that's when we return.
Hey, you! Yes, you! Watching or listening to this amazing podcast hosted by two of the most dynamic and brilliant women you'll ever meet. Advertise with us and watch your business grow as big as our heads. Seriously, hit us up at vault.news/contact and find out how affordable you can advertise on our show.
All right, we're back. Girlfriends Talk Show with Shy and Kathy, segment 2. We're talking about misconnections. And I mean, that to me just kind of leads into bad dating stories sometimes. That was nice. If you guys are watching this podcast on YouTube or vault.news, you saw her just, she's a bartender by trade. She just splashed wine all over the place.
That was bad. Sorry.
But you know what?
I feel like I'm going to have to drink on this next segment here. With,
I will
your
tell
story.
you, well, yeah. I mean, I will tell you that I did not bring the grandest bottle of wine to you, and I'm kind of apologetic. A little bit.
It's kind of cheap.
It came from my husband's work Christmas party.
I mean, I think they probably made it right here in our little town.
nobody-
It didn't even come from Sonoma County.
It's called Row Gully Road. if y'all are from here, you know what I mean.
Great.
From the by. Anyway, so we're talking about misconnections and sometimes that leads to bad dating stories, I guess. And the craziest part about what I'm about to tell you guys, it happened a really, really long time ago. So kids, gather round grandma's feet right now. I'm about to tell you a story that is really super embarrassing. Should have never happened. And it was kind of a misconnection story. So I was an 18-year-old kid, went to college, had really never had much experience in life. My parents were incredibly protective. So I mean, I couldn't even stay out till midnight, right? So I get to college and I have free reign of whatever. It's really fun. I miss my first day of class. I mean, this is how things are going my first semester, right? So I ended up having a crush on this guy that was a fraternity guy, and he was a senior. All right, so I'm an 18-year-old, really not smart freshman fraternity or sorority pledge. He's a senior. He's president of his fraternity. It's like the coolest frat on campus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Somewhere
he
everybody's already been.
paid me a little bit of attention, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, God, this is so embarrassing. Nobody knows the story except for him
Come
and
on,
some other guys
continue.
that I don't know, and I,
I
don't
can't
ever
believe
want
I don't even know this story. Drink up, Kathy. Let's hear it.
I can
What did
hold
you
my
do?
nose and drink.
What did
shot-
you do
shoot
with the
that right now.
president
I
of
didn't
the
do
fraternity?
anything. I did something in a fraternity or at a fraternity house you should never do.
Okay. What's that? Say, hey, boys,
No,
how's it hanging? What?
I sent flowers to a fraternity house because I wanted him to go to a party with me.
Is that your embarrassing story?
It's my misconnection. They forgot to put the name of the guy on the card, so it just went to the fraternity house with my name on it. So it just said, will you go to whatever party it was, or formal, or whatever it was with me?
Signed Kathy?
Uh-huh.
So it's like you just sent the invitation to the whole frat house?
Yep.
Did anybody respond?
You're not, number one, you should not send flowers to a fraternity house.
No.
Yeah, a lot of people responded with a whole lot of like massive, embarrassing, like, oh.
Well, did you get the guy?
No. That was too embarrassed. Y'all, it was horrible.
Oh my gosh.
I, by the way, have never sent flowers to another male in my life. Never will. But don't send flowers to a fraternity house. I don't think I should have to say that to anybody.
I've never sent flowers to a dude.
Imagine that.
Well, I mean, unless they were, dead roses. That
Horrible.
That's a great story. All right.
Y'all, I mean, I didn't have any money, so I spent all my, and I don't
Well,
even.
what kind of flower was it? Like a bouquet?
I don't know. Yes, it was so I mean, who
Like
delivers
spring
flowers to a
flowers?
frat house?
Or was it like roses?
I don't know.
Maybe pink carnations, like the little.
It probably was pink carnations because that was our sorority flower.
Oh my gosh. See what happens when
Nobody knows that story. Now people know.
All right, let's make you cool again. Give me your Urban Dictionary word.
No, actually, I'm going to give you my bad dating story.
Oh, that wasn't it?
No, it's not a dating story. That's a misconnection.
Okay, bad dating story. I'm
The
liking this.
misconnection is I ignored that, or
I
like
just
avoided that
assumed-
guy for the rest of forever.
It's like I don't even look at Kathy in a dating like world because you've been married for so long. I forgot that you even had like that even existed.
I mean, if you'd like me to, I could break it all down for you. But I mean, it's kind of ancient history at this point. But yes, I dated a lot,
So bad
but
dating,
not as
story.
much as you did.
I didn't date. I hooked up. So give me your bad dating story.
So my mom, so my sister and I were, I don't know, in our early 20s. And my mother was evidently very concerned because neither of us had a boyfriend. She had recently gone back to work, and there was somebody that she worked with that had 2 sons that were around mine and my sister's ages, right? So she's like, oh, we really want you to meet them. They're so nice. And, you know, Jenny and I are not, my sister and I are not interested at all, like totally done with all of it. And so we were somewhere together. She and I were. We came home, walked through the front door.
And there were the 2 guys.
Uh-huh. My mom had let them come to our house. They were sitting in our living room, and she was like, girls, this is so-and-so and so-and-so.
So y'all just take your
pick?
pick?
This is Kathy and Jenny. No, I mean, evidently I was supposed to have the older one, and Jenny was supposed to have the younger. It was the most awkward, the most horrible. She was like, they're going to take you girls to dinner. I'm like, what is going on? I have only wanted to kill and revive my mom a couple of times in my life. And that was one of them. So I had to take my mom in the kitchen, and I was like, Jenny and I are not going anywhere with either one of them. And she was like, oh, they're ready to take you to dinner. And I was like, I don't care. This is not the way this works, Mom. So my mother had to go tell them that we're not going to go.
Wow, how did they take the news?
They sulked out. It was
Wow.
really, really bad.
Poor guys. You know, that's probably still bothering them to this day.
Wherever-
I mean,
I
I'm
don't
sure that
even-
left a mark.
I don't remember their names.
Nice.
Anyway, that's not even a dating story. I guess that's another misconnection.
Just think, that might have worked out great. Moms know best. I know some people I'd like to hook my daughter up with or son up with. They just won't take the bait.
There's a reason why.
Well, I think moms know best. Anyway, let's get to...
I could promise you, and I'll let my sister talk to you about it, that would have not been the best.
No.
Oh, God, no.
All right. Urban Dictionary word of the day.
This is a long one. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I had to look this up. Do you know what a hedgehog's dilemma is?
No.
You ready?
Yeah.
To learn? You know what a hedgehog is?
Yes.
I got to fold my paper right now so I can read this. Urban Dictionary defines a hedgehog's dilemma as, it's got 2 parts, okay? The closer 2 beings come to one another in a relationship, the more likely it might be for them to inflict psychological pain on each other. Okay?
Okay.
Yet, if they remain apart, they each might feel the roughly equivalent psychological pain of loneliness.
I'm trying to follow.
This is a hedgehog's dilemma. Hedgehogs have spines on their back.
Right.
Okay. So the notion comes from the conjecture that hedgehogs with sharp spines on their backs might hurt each other if they get too close. It's a character trait believed to be possessed by some individuals. So they're scared to get too close. Don't you see the misconnections? Yeah. In real life as well as works of fiction, sometimes causing antisocial behaviors, often allegedly caused by an unpleasant past experience of intimate relationships. Did you get that? Did you follow that? So you might hurt somebody because you had bad relationships in the past, right?
Now tell me how you would use this in a hood setting.
Hold please. A person who suffers from the hedgehog's dilemma will usually avoid becoming too close or involved with someone due to fear of another similar, possibly painful experience, such as they had experienced in the past. Hence the hedgehog's dilemma.
Can you use that in a sentence, please?
Yes.
I'm trying to think. How would they use that in the hood?
So
Isn't that what the Urban Dictionary is about?
Because I sent flowers to a fraternity house and it did not work out, I was in a hedgehog's dilemma as to whether or not to send flowers to my husband's work, which I never did and I never will.
Now, I'm just going to throw this out there. I don't think I would ever hear like NWA use this hedgehog dilemma in a song. I don't think I'd ever hear Cardi B use that in a song.
NWA already used it in a song.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me the lyrics?
It's called Hedgehog's Dilemma.
Their song?
Mm-hmm.
That they really have a song called Hedgehog's Dilemma.
Where do you think I got that from?
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
I can't trust you with that smile. If you're watching YouTube, that smile means trouble. Like, no. All right, let me give you my country word of the day.
It's actually in Dope Man. They reference it in Dope Man.
No, they didn't. Did they? I can't even believe you right now. Just drink your wine. All right, so country word of the day. You did tell me something about strawberry something. In
You didn't know what that was.
No, I didn't. I still don't even. Anyway.
She's a neighborhood hoe.
Country word of the day.
She sells something for crack.
So if I was...
That's what a strawberry does.
God,
sorry.
That's...
You brought back the lyrics.
Well, so if I were to leave a misconnection with my... I'm going to say if my future wife were to leave a misconnection in all her country glory, she would probably at the end of her misconnection close it out with, by the way, how's your mama and them?
Oh.
Yeah. When we're just walking somewhere or see somebody that we haven't seen in a while, like today.
Well, you know what? You can incorporate Hedgehog's Dilemma with how's your mama and them?
How's your mama and them? Nem. How's your mama and them?
Oh,
it's like, no, it's all one word. How's your mama and them?
Oh.
You don't pause.
But what does that mean?
Give it a try.
I don't.
Hey, Shy, how's your mama and them?
I can't. But I can't tell you what a strawberry is. Anyway, go to our Facebook page, Girlfriends Talk Show with Shy and Kathy. We want to hear your either misconnection stories or your bad dating stories because we want to share those. I mean, I don't understand why I keep revealing all this hideous stuff about myself and you're just sitting there.
You see this halo above my head here? It's perfectly tilted.
So full of...
if you
Actually, next time, you know what? You can tune in because she's not going to be in that chair. Going to be her fiance.
Oh, no, she won't do it.
Yeah, she will.
And you'd have to have
her drunk enough.
You'd have to have an interpreter here with all of her countryness.
Well, I got her.
Anyway, please go to, as she said, our YouTube page or find us wherever. If you're listening to us or watching us on YouTube, go to Spotify or Apple, your iPhone, and find us and give us a subscription, please. Say subscribe. That way, it'll help us.
Yeah. So, what is your girlfriend's tip of the day?
Girlfriend's tip of the day. Do not connect with a missed connection.
Huh?
If you find yourself, if you think that somebody is talking about you on missed connections, do not reach out.
Okay, well, my girlfriend tip of the day is don't send flowers to a fraternity house.
I don't think anybody's going to do that anyway.